What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Tyson Fury granted one more week extension to decide on the WBC heavyweight title status. Tyson Fury has now one more week to figure out his latest retirement plans. The World Boxing Council, the WBC, has extended its deadline to September 2nd for confirmation for Fury on whether he plans to retain the sanctioning body's heavyweight title. The unbeaten lineal / WBC king was originally required to decide in writing by Friday on his decision, with an extension granted as Fury continues to mourn the loss of his cousin Rico Burton, who was recently stabbed to death. The WBC, acknowledging the tragedy with happened in Fury family in respect of their grief, has decided to extend 1 week until Friday, September 2nd. The official decision of Tyson Fury regarding his status as a heavyweight champion, the WBC president Mauricio Suleiman tweeted on Friday, tagging Fury co-promoter Top Rank. And ruling was made on August 15th for Fury to clarify his prior claim that he was once again done with the sport, having announced his retirement on August 12th. While celebrating his 34th birthday, Fury further followed up his latest declaration by informing the ring that he no longer wished to be recognized as the Republication's heavyweight champion, a decision that was made its belts up for grabs and obtained by Alexander Usyk, who also defended his WBA, IBF, WBO, and IBO titles against Anthony Joshua. Okay. So let me counterpunch. Right? We have a death in the family, which is never good. First of all, I wish Tyson Fury the best in his recovery. If they were close, that could have been Huey Fury. You know what I mean? I never heard of, his cousin, but then again, do you know every cousin that you speak of, right? And I think that at the end of the day, if Tyson Fury needs more time, that's one thing. I think if Tyson asks for more time, that's another thing. But I feel if Tyson Fury is only wanting money, I think he should take the time, and this would be the perfect time to step down. Why? Because if you're suffering the loss of any family member, the last thing you should be worried about is the WBC belt anyway. A belt that you're pondering on wanting or not, because before we heard any of this news, his big holdup with coming back to the sport, he wanted more money that realistically I don't think anybody's going to come up with. So if it's the death of his cousin that he's mourning, I get Mauricio's giving him more time, but the question is, did he ask for more time? Did Tyson Fury ask, like, hey, lay off, give me more time, I'm suffering the loss of a cousin of mine? Bars. Seriously, though, people, I think, if that's the case, he shouldn't be worried about the WBC. That's the last thing. That is the last thing that he should worry about at all. And it's crazy because if we look forward, I'm trying to see, he's the doubt about crime. Anyone caught in with a knife? Ricky Burton. Okay. Well, we got a picture of Ricky. Well, this was just last night, so this is new. And looking at that, if I'm Tyson Fury, I wouldn't care. I mean, why would you? Because the only reason or the only way that he would come back now is for money. if he's a Spartan, if he's also a respecter and lover of his family, I don't think that should be something that he should be worried about right now. Now, because of that, I see Mauricio delaying it, but then I also see Mauricio having an excuse to delay it. Okay, because Tyson Fury's been saying forever that he's retired. So if he is, you look at it two ways. You're either going to reinstate him by giving him the time, or you're going to cut him loose to let him know. I think this is what they should do. If he just lost his cousin, stop asking the man, because the last thing you want to do is ask someone what they're going to do about their career. Especially when you're so far from that particular topic that it's a shame. Don't ask me about that. That would be annoying. You just lost your cousin, your brother, or whatnot, Then someone asks you, hey man, you gonna fight again? Well, first of all, show me sympathy for my loss and respect, and how you show me respect. Give me space. So I get that. If Tyson Fury, I had a lot of cousins that passed away, and I was really closer than my intermediate family, a lot of them. And it hurt me deeply, and then, but did I get to a point that I didn't want to do anything? No, but it depends on what that thing was. Okay. So, I think people should give him time to mourn, and it looks good, but then it looks shady at the same time by Mauricio, because it's like, how many times have we seen Mauricio Suleiman make up an excuse why he's postponing something, instead of just saying, okay, Tyson, I get it, but we're going to move on. We're going to give it to Wilder. We're going to give it to Andy. We're going to give it to the winners of these fights, of their next opponents. If their opponents win, we give it to them. If they win, we give it to them. That's how Mauricio does it. But it's unfortunate, and it's a trick. And I don't want to sound empathetic. I don't want to sound like not sympathetic towards the issue. But I do want people to know that Mauricio Suleiman is very clever at making certain things or using certain things for his own benefit. Because who's to say that he was going to reinstate Tyson, or actually was going to strip Tyson anyway? Who's to say that? You don't know if that was going to happen. All we know is, he's going to give him a deadline to the 26th. Well, the 26th is here, and if Cousin Rico was stabbed last night, that would have changed everything, Actually, he was stabbed on the 24th. So, it's probably, it was already the 27th. So if this news came out on the 24th, well, he already knew what was going to happen. He knew what what was at stake. Okay. And then you look at it also, I don't know. Because it's kind of like, it looks like something that you could use if you were going to bullshit people and procrastinate. But again, I don't want to sound like I don't care of what happened to Tyson and his family, because I do. There's been so many people. I don't even know if he was a boxer or not. He could have just been, a regular, everyday knockabout kind of character, But who knows? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury getting granted more time because of his cousin's death. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!